Yo, what is up, wrestling fam? Welcome back to the Wrestling Heat, where I got some of that sweet and delicious wrestling news baking up for you right now as we speak. And some of that wrestling news contains Naomi getting some heat from some fans on Twitter, along with Jim Ross receiving death threats, and a little bit more. So stay tuned and let's get this video started in about 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. And alright, wrestling fam, the very first piece of wrestling news that I have for y'all tonight is about Jim Ross, good old JR. What about him? We all heard his little mix-up, on AEW Dynamite, calling AEW Dynamite WWE Dynamite. And, he came out on Twitter saying, my bad, I'm sorry, it was a mistake, it won't happen again. The man's a living legend, he's up there in age, the man's allowed to make mistakes, everybody's allowed to make mistakes. And with that being said, we got some low-life people out there actually giving this man death threats, telling him, to quit his job and stuff like that. The man already came out and said he was sorry, my bad, and got people out there giving this, living legend freaking death threats. And I gotta say, that is pretty sad human being, saying that kind of stuff to a man like JR. I mean, I would love to see some of y'all do that on live television while you got, a whole bunch of stuff going on around you. I guarantee you'll mess up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got some pricks out there, sending death threats to JR, and that's not cool. That's not cool at all. This man's a living legend. He deserves respect. And what do y'all got to say about that, chat? Death threats, good old JR, that's messed up. Let me know what you think about it down below. And alright, the next piece of wrestling news that I have for y'all is Miss Phil the Glow over on Monday Night Raw. Miss Naomi, the beautiful Naomi, what about her? It looks like over on Twitter, she's done deactivated her account over there due to the onslaught of people going over to her Twitter, DMing her, tagging her, and the whole Jimmy DUI thing, kind of blaming her. And I gotta say, only person you can blame for that is the damn dude that decided to go out there drinking and driving, blowing a 2.05 way over the limit here in Florida. And it's pretty messed up that the fans are, putting this on Naomi when we all should be pointing the fingers over to the Uso that got his ass arrested for the DUI. So I would say, blame him, don't blame her. I love you, Naomi, and it's kind of a sticky situation to be in, but she had nothing to do with it. So I would say to the fans, back the off and, let her chill. This has nothing to do with her. The man is a grown man. He went out there driving. He got in trouble. Not Naomi. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think about that? Let me know down below. And alright, next up that I got for you is pretty confusing news whenever it comes to Daniel Bryan. It looks like WWE is removing Daniel Bryan from ongoing projects in the WWE, but are hopeful that Daniel Bryan will, re-sign. But things are up in the air, we got people calling him out on AEW, we got people calling him out on ROH, we got people calling him out on Impact, the Dragon. I don't know, folks, it's up in the air. I mean, if he decides to go to AEW or wherever he decides to go, I still think he's coming back to the WWE, at least I'm hoping so, because I love Daniel Bryan over there, but I know he could probably prosper wherever the hell he wants to go, you know what I mean? He's a good wrestler, and I do believe he's still got a couple years, to do some things. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Daniel Bryan's, update in the WWE is still a 50-50. We still don't know 100%. And I don't even know if this article is 100%, true. But I just wanted to run it by y'all and let y'all know what possibly is going down with Daniel Bryan. So what do y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. And alright, this next piece of wrestling news that I got for you is pretty stupid, and I advise nobody to do it. If you're watching AEW Dynamite, there's a segment where Chris Jericho, a whole bunch of people were in the ring, and this fan came rushing to the ring. Just Jericho bopped him one. The security got him out of there, and he says, the guy that, rushed the ring, he said he did it for Jim Cornette. But then Jim Cornette came out on Twitter pretty much calling this dude a jackass, and you deserved what happened to you, because what do you expect? You're wrestling, You're rushing the ring. You're supposed to be sitting down, and once when you hop that barrier, game is on. Those are some pretty big dudes in the ring. If they want to give you a big old pop, on the kisser one good time or one good jab like Chris Jericho did, they're more than inclined to do it, because your dumbass done hopped the guardrail, and you deserve what's about to happen to you. But yeah, the guy, I don't even know the dude's name. I'm not even, not even gonna put his name in this. But the dude's a jackass. Jim Cornette called him a jackass. He is a jackass, and I would implore y'all never do what this idiot did at all. So what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think the dude deserved a good old whop from Chris Jericho that Chris Jericho did to the dude? But yeah, let me know down below in the chat. This piece of wrestling news is actually pretty sad, especially after one hell of a run that she had over on SmackDown. If you haven't heard already, our girl Bayley, she done caught an injury. She done messed up her knee during some training, and it looks like she's going to be out from 9 months up to a year possibly. And I'm just wishing her a speedy recovery. She kicked butt during, the Thunderdome era, and it just sucks that, this injury happened as soon as live crowds would be coming back, and it's a shame. But Bayley, only thing that I wish is for you to get better, and if WWE can find it, for them to put you on commentary with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, just imagine of the chaos that would bring, especially with her, Bayley and Michael Cole. But man, this just sucks. She's done so much for SmackDown. She pretty much through the whole COVID and Thunderdome, and now we getting live crowds, and she done caught an injury. But I'm hoping, like I said, they can put her on commentary, and we can get a hell of a lot of entertainment out of that, a lot of laughter. But I don't know, folks. I'm just wishing her a speedy recovery. I hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. I love y'all. Thank y'all for your watch time. And your boy has got to go because it is pretty damn early here. I think it's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning. But I love y'all. Thank you for your watch time. And I couldn't ask for a better audience than y'all. So much love to everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Yet again, Mr. Suds, forever miss, my dude. And don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. And forever and always, ladies and gentlemen, just keep it just a little bit too sweet. Your boy is hungry, and I'm out of here.
Fourth pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys arrest.